Welcome to Lost City. Basically, it's a city in a forest or jungle or whatever. Last time we went to Frostbite Cave, and yeah, it was very hot over there and very cold. Those weasels were pretty annoying. Anyway, so in Lost City, we gotta sell some sun tiles. When you plant a plant on it, they become sun producers, which would be useful. And there would be a plant that we could use, which would be a surprise tool for later, for sun production plants. Anyway, we just doom shroomed all over the place because this is the first day, and usually those do well. Day 2, pre-planted us like 3 different red stainers, which I know a certain flower lover, being Bloom, would love this plant, but I don't because it's not Insta use. And it has no use on me, so I'm not going to use it. Anyway, so I just doom shroom, potato mine, and also use jelly bean too to explode the place. And yeah, it was easy. Forgot to mention that day 2 had like parachute zombies, which worked like bungee zombies, where they could jump down a certain tile in any of these places. But instead of taking your plants, they just fall down and just walk like nothing happened. Anyway, I know day 3 is conveyor belt level, but I thought I could try to beat this with lava guava. I did not. Day 4 gave us a random walnut for some reason. Oh, that's right, to show us a new zombie that's going to be very annoying, the shovel zombie, which will be very annoying because it shovels my plants away, and most of them needs to be eaten in order for it to, actually do their thing of exploding. So potato mine and cherry bomb are going to be pretty useful for this. But also I realized that shovel zombies eat through their shovels. See? The one in the bottom one literally ate a chili bean, farted, despite it literally just bashing it with his shovel. That means shovel zombies eat through their shovels. What the heck is happening at Dr. Zomboss's lair? Also conveyor belt level. Day 6 forced us to use E-key, or how I like to call them, IKEA, because pronouncing their name is going to be hard. And it's supposed to be a lobbing plant, but I'm not going to use it. It's not Insta use. Also, apparently some people mistake it as a flower, which I could see why. It looks like their face is like petals and all that, but no, they're actually a type of fruit or food or whatever. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I just explode all over the place with my doom shroom spam. And with these solar tiles, it makes things a lot easier. So, yay, I won. Day 7 had this new type of zombie called the umbrella zombie, which protects itself from any lobbing plants. Combining that with the shovel zombie, and they will have an unstoppable duo of blocking plants that shoot at front or above. But you know what's not is weak against? A literal nuke, which I just showed right there. Anyway, after exploding all over the place, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, shovel zombies don't just dig up plants, they also protect themselves from straight shooting plants, but it doesn't matter because doom shroom spam. Day 8 is a given plants level, and there's no way in heck am I going to beat this with only iceberg lettuce. Did you know that over 80% of Earth's surface is a volcano origin? Pretty cool, huh? I guess. But it's AI, so take it with a grain of salt. Day 9 is conveyor belt level, so skip it, I guess. Day 10 forced us to use a durian, but I don't care because I'm not going to plant it. Anyway, nothing really much here. A durian is supposed to be a weaker walnut with the trade-off of spiking the zombies that eat it. But that's not going to matter because shovel zombies exist. And that's also not going to matter because I could just blow up the entire battlefield. Anyway, I just planted like dune shrooms, chili beans, potato mines, all the usual. And I won, yeah. Day 11 is where we introduce a new type of zombie that makes me upset. That screws me over. And I want to say a swear word, but I can't because YouTube, and YouTube will probably hurt me if I do anything about it or say any swear word. These are called the dragonfly zombies, which comes in 3 variants: buckethead, normal zombie, and conehead zombie. Yeah, those are the variants. What they do is they fly over every single of my frickin' Insta-use plants. And if only there was a certain Insta-use plants that can take care of airborne zombies. But I don't have it yet, so I don't think I can use it yet. Day 12 want us to produce a certain amount of sun, so solar sage. I just used that. Yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy, in sort of way. Solar Sage took care of most things. I think they also can take care of the flying, the dragonfly zombies, which I actually don't know. I didn't actually really tested it on it, which I should. But I'm not going to replace Doom Shroom for Solar Sage because I want to nuke the entire battlefield. I want the easy W button. Anyway, I won, so yay. Day 13, conveyor belt skip. Did you know that guava starts to produce fruit in 2 to 8 years after planting? Pretty cool, huh? Speaking of guavas, day 14, nice transition, I think. I hope that was a good transition. Is a given plants level, and I decided, you know what? I'm not going to skip it like I usually do. Instead, I'm going to use all these guava plants, these lava guavas. And I want to see if I can beat day 14 with only guavas. And surprisingly, I actually kind of have. I mean, some of them were pretty hard. I blame those stupid dragonfly plants. But over time, after some cautious plant fooding and a very big close call at the end, I was able to win. I don't know how, but I'm not complaining. Day 15, protect the endangered acacias, which were pretty easy to do. Just plant my Insta-use plants in front of it, so that way any zombies try to go get them, they would get an immediate rude awakening of getting blown up in the face. Anyway, those stupid dragonflies that I hate, not dragonfruits, dragonflies that I hate, keep on flying over my Instas, or most of them, and I just nuked them in the face. There was even a bit of a close call back there, but I was somehow able to win, so yay! Day 16, the conveyor belt skip. Day 17, time for me to show off the new plant that I unlocked because it's connected to this word, lava guava. What it does, I don't know if you already saw it, what it does. When a zombie gets close to it, it erupts and leaves a lava puddle on the ground that lasts for a couple of minutes. Anyway, new type of zombie, the giant backpack imp. What it does, if it lands on if it walks up to a sun tile, it releases its backpack and creates a giant tent that has like an infinite amount of zombies. But if you were able to destroy it, it would just drop the tent behind it. Anyway, conveyor belt level, so yeah. Anyway, day 19 forced us to have Stalia on the team, which we haven't completely unlocked, so we technically don't have it yet, or her yet. Anyway, what Stalia does is when a zombie gets near it, it creates a giant purple smoke around the zombie, causing it to slow down the zombie, which can be stacked on top of the green smoke that chili bean or stunyon makes, which is pretty cool, but it's as useful as combining torchwood with snow pea. The strategy is mainly pointless if one freezes a zombie while the other just slows it down. Big. Actually, now thinking about it, combining Stalia's stalling perfume thing with the iceberg lettuce chill effect, actually after when the zombie freezes and just becomes blue, being chilled, it can actually slow the zombie even more, which is pretty cool. I think those two can stack up on top of each other. Anyway, day 20 had this giant Z-shaped tile. Nothing really too notable happened. Also, there was an imp that got both stunned and stalled at the same time, but you kind of missed it. Let me just play it right here. See? I told you they would stack up on top of each other. Anyway, this one I'm unable to beat with only Sunbeam and Stalia, so skip. Did you know that Dahlia's plants are from Mexico and Central America? This is from information from AI, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Day 22 was a given plants level, which normally we would usually skip, but this one's actually possible with only iceberg lettuce and Stalia. But I just, planting it on these tiled things, because each of them do a thing, either summons a boulder or makes the entire lane sit in flames. And I won, so sweet. Day 23 introduce us to a new type of zombie, which we like to call it the Indiana Jones zombie, which works like the one rope pirate zombie, but it has a lot more health, which doesn't even matter considering the fact that we could just easily explode it. And also these gogs are coming around. They run around pretty early. Oh well. The only issue we're having is like those imps with the big tents and those stupid dragonfly zombies that just flies over most of my Instas, and that shovel zombie. Don't forget that shovel zombie. Anyway, I just nuked the entire battlefield. Almost opened the coins. I'm sorry about that. But yay, we won! Anyway, day 24, don't let the zombies trample the flowers. I was almost considering getting one of those Wento plants, but then I decided, I'm not going to do that. So I didn't. Anyway, I just doom shroom spammed and nuked the entire battlefield. No new zombies. Those tempt imps are pretty annoying. But I was able to nuke the entire battlefield, which, again, was my go-to in terms of these types of situations. So, yay. This wasn't a given plants level, but the fact that it forced us to have a certain amount of plants that we cannot use was pretty annoying. But at least we had early use of soon-to-be a team member being Golden Leaf, which creates a golden tile on the ground. Actually, I should probably do the meme. The golden leaf is a golden leaf. I cannot do it correctly. Let me just play the meme that I was referencing right here.
Then we got the golden dandelion, which is a golden dandelion, which is a golden dandelion.
Shout out to Camman18 and whoever made that video. And I'm cringe. That was pretty cringe. I should have done that. And I will probably never do that ever again. Anyway, I won, so yay. Day 26, Pre gave us a golden leaf before we get to actually unlock it. And let me tell you something confusing about this plant. Some plants cost either 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, and goes by that. The golden leaf says screw that, instead goes by 80 sun. 80, which doesn't even make any sense. I mean, what will Podcast thinking? If I was at Podcast, I would at least made it like 50 or 75, but 80? Anyway, day 27, we finally got ourselves a good sun producer, and nothing really interesting comes around here. Oh wait, there's also this one zombie that's kind of pointless to us. His name is the Blue Skull Zombie. I think it's called something else, but I'm going to call it that. What it does is takes the sun, but even if it doesn't take the sun, it will still release a giant laser beam zap that destroys my plants. But that's not going to matter because that would automatically cause Doomshroom to explode, so that was pretty easy. Day 28 was a given plants level, and this one seemed pretty easy. All I had to do is let the zombies touch or plant the right is to use plants, being iceberg lettuce and Stalia, on the right tiles, and wait for the zombies to go through them all, wait until the final wave, and just need to do a little bit more waiting, and here we go. Oh, I can't set off that lawnmower. I guess I can only do it once. Hey, you didn't see anything. Anyway, day 29 is another simple, another easy, another usual level of me planting down Doomshrooms, blowing up places. I guess the increasing amount of zombies can be annoying, especially those dragonfly zombies. I hate them so much. They just fly over my Instas, and I can't even use anything to blow them away because I don't have them yet. And there's also a Gog here for some reason, which I had to throw a bunch of nukes at. And some of these zombies could just, get even closer. And these shovel zombies, they could just dig up my Doomshrooms. But I was able to win, so thank goodness. Day 30, don't plant on days smaller colonies. Which I have to sadly say, this is going to be the last level that I'm going to... This is going to be the last level. Because the level after that is a given plants level, which there's no way I'm going to win, and I will show you why sooner or later. And, yeah, I guess this is it. The Lost City was pretty simple, I guess. And let me show you why I can't beat this level. Because this only one is Stalia. I can't beat it with Stalia. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. I'm glad to have a good sun producer and Stalia on the team. And see you all next time. Bye-bye. Sorry for the cringy dandelion meme.